So you want to start reading the Bible, but you're not sure where to start. I totally understand where you're coming from because the Bible can seem really daunting at first when you're just not sure on like where to start and where to really start studying. When I was in middle school, I realized that I should start reading the Bible and I was like, man, where should I start? What should I start reading? And I think it was like my grandmother was like, "Oh, hey, you could just read the Psalms and read one Psalms every day." So I was like, okay, I'll give that a try. And what ended up happening is like right before I went to bed, I would read one Psalm, close Bible, and then go right to bed and continue on my day. And this started to build a little less friction with reading the Bible, which was really nice. But, eventually I finished the Psalms and I just kind of went about my life and didn't continue reading it. And then I think my junior year of high school, I picked it up again and basically did the same thing. And now I'm on like my third iteration of doing that, but I've decided to change it up and do it a little bit differently. And I think if you do it the way that I'm doing it, you not only will be able to become wiser in the word, but there'll also be a lot less friction. And then hopefully you can start reading more of the Bible and also build a deeper understanding. So, what I've started doing is every morning I'm waking up and I'm giving myself a little bit of time to read the Psalms first thing in the morning. And right as I'm done, I finished the chapter, I close it, kind of think about what I was reading, and I just pray that God would help give me understanding, give me guidance. And what ends up happening is I'm then praying in the morning as well. So I'm really starting my day off strong and, starting my day off walking with God. So I do that, and then honestly, I just like went about my day today. So then, right before I go to bed, I have my Bible out, and I'm going to hit it one more time before I go to bed. And the reason I'm doing this repetition is because then it really starts to cement those ideas into your head. And the reason we want to do that with something like the Psalms is one, it's so much easier to digest. It's very short, it's very quick. I think there's like one psalm that's really long, and it's the one that follows the Hebrew alphabet. I can't remember what the psalm number is, but that's the only one that's really long. The rest of them are very short, very just concise idea for you to apply within your life, and it is just packed full of wisdom. Walking with God and like seeking the guidance from God will make you a wiser and a smarter man. And if you've been following this channel, you know I talk a lot about as a man, as a husband, as a leader, you want to be wise and you want to be intelligent. And, the Bible says the beginning of wisdom and understanding is, excuse me, starts like with the love of the Lord. I completely butchered that, but that's how it starts. And so, why would I not want to start my day reading and in prayer so that way I can have that understanding and have that wisdom that God frankly offers for us. Just a lot of the time we end up rejecting that gift from God. I also think too, the world preaches like this meditation and this mindfulness and presence, which I think are really good concepts, but hippie spiritual meditation, I think is just cringe and it's very self-centered. And this is a really good way to meditate on the word and meditate on God. And instead of looking at myself, instead I'm looking towards the Lord, which is biblical meditation. That is the meditation that the Bible talks about. And so then you're able to take this concept of meditation that the world promotes and that I think can be beneficial, but instead we're doing it biblically. We're doing it to glorify God. And again, helps with your walk with God. So if you're feeling like, okay, I want to start reading the Bible, I want to take my walk with God much more seriously, I want to develop myself into a better man, I would start with, every morning, wake up, read a Psalms. I think honestly, you could probably read a Proverbs as well, but let's just do Psalms because that'd be fun. Start with the Psalms, read it, pray, think about what you've read, and then right before the day ends, hit it one more time, and then say your evening prayer. I think like this sort of um, deliberateness, I don't know if that's a word, but just being intentional with what you're doing can really help your walk with God. And again, it's like building that habit instead of, grabbing your phone, death scrolling real quick in the morning or doing whatever. Instead, we're taking a moment to, thank God for another day. Now, we put on the spiritual lens, almost the spiritual glasses, and kind of equipping ourselves for the day, which I think is really important. And again, it is just so important as a man. I hope you want to be a husband someday, a leader. It's important to be intelligent, it's important to be wise, and you are not going to be able to do that without walking with God. And YouTube videos are good, listening to channels that talk about the Bible or maybe read the Bible, like that's good, but at the same time, there comes a point where you have to be deliberate about your own relationship with God, and you can't just let other people kind of lead you to it. If you made it this far into the video, go ahead and leave a comment down below about maybe what you're thinking about reading outside of that, outside of the Psalms, what you kind of want to build up to. Or maybe if you already do something similar to this, leave a comment, let me know. I'm trying to get some more traction on these videos. So if you like men's self-improvement, but with a biblical lens, a based lens, go ahead and subscribe and join the community. And I'll see you in the next video, bro.